Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Avowed stream. We're gonna jump straight into this shit, hey? Got no time to waste. I've got the F1 on in the background. Got it muted because our boy Oscar Piastri is second on the grid. Can he become the first Aussie to win in Australia? I hope so. Not only that, he's a West Aussie. He represents us.
Envoy, I owe you my gratitude, and perhaps an apology. They tell me you're the reason our city is standing. You took care of the Stilgar Road before they could cause any serious damage.
Not to worry, Governor. I assume everything is in order.
I can't imagine what it cost you to stand up to the likes of the Stilgar Road, but we won't forget it.
No doubt your Inquisitor is aware of what happened here. You've made a powerful enemy.
I've been on a bad side before. It's not a good place.
At least now, you can prepare for the consequences. As for us, we're still standing, but our enemies have little patience for failure.
We agree on one thing. The Stilgarot have declared war on the Living Lands.
They're threatening to break the frontier.
That sort of thinking is precisely why my father fled the Valian republics.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. Today marks a notable victory, but we've only bought ourselves time, not salvation. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch. And
You're a spineless politician. Then you're not going to like what we've learned.
Esjetta was eager to remind me. You must understand. My mother is the Dream Scourge. I hoped against reason that she might recover, but her mind grew as blighted as her lands. To face reality would mean upending my city, throwing order into chaos, and admitting she was truly gone. I'm so sorry, Giata.
Don't waste your apologies on me. This changes nothing between us.
I don't expect your forgiveness, but I will do everything in my power to make this right. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
Go ahead, Gianna. Tell them everything.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Koichi, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
Superdell's godlike. We find them, we find the Dream Scourge.
You truly think you can find a god? I said I'd keep an open mind, but this is a bit much.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
But we can return someday. Rebuild your father's legacy. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradise.
Paradise is under Enduring control.
This is madness. It's suicide.
Wrong. It's self-preservation. And my father would have agreed. As long as we are animancers, the Adherents will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradise is more secure, but it would mean living under Adherent rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
Take people to Paradise, blend in, watch the Adherents.
It's unpredictable, and that's why it has a chance to succeed.
When did you grow a spine, Ignacy?
Who says I have? Take care in your travels, Giada. May we meet again.
My days of subterfuge are behind me. Be the leader these people need, and they will follow you anywhere.
What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Do either you know about a place called The Garden?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. You're already aware that I'm the foremost Akitan scholar in the Living Lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Nakukuben, which is in Shatterscarp. So we've got to get there now. Though the city was saved, my research wasn't, which means the Steel Garrote knows just as much as we do. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman.
None of you two been involved.
gentleman never tells. She's a feisty one. Almost makes me feel young again.
I am officially putting a stop to this line of questioning. Keep it in the bedroom. For what it's worth, I vouch for Yatsley. She's a good friend, and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers. I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, envoy.
Exploring the living lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp, then.
All ingredients are fully stocked.
Don't you die on me. Don't you let this be a wrong word.
Careful with that thing. We're not even sure what it does. And some of us have to sleep here.
What have you found?
They call themselves the Akita. They worship this strange child.
Utica will be displeased to hear it.
Utica is never pleased. That is all I have. The rest is none of my concern.
Still, you refuse to take sides. This affects you too, you know.
I admit my slipping. A group of exiles. A forbidden faith. But the Queen's tenuous favor. Yes. Compelling indeed. I smell the tang of rebellion here. It is strange to find myself aligned with those in power for once. Though I will say this. The Queen may have her motives. Sometimes standing idly by is greater subterfuge than action.
I hope this does not force all our hands.
Not bad. A little art to brighten up the camp. We should talk. What happened to Fior Misiverno could have been worse. A lot worse. But that doesn't mean the living lands is safe. If anything, it's more dangerous by far.
I agree, violence begets violence. Still Garrett will pay.
The Steel Garrote are just a symptom. I keep asking myself, how could I have missed this? How could I not have known an attack was coming? We were all so occupied with the Dream Scourge, we missed the enemy on our doorstep. No matter where Animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge.
Sometimes the gods don't excuse things mortals do to each other.
Don't worry. I plan to hold the mortals accountable. As many of them as it takes. Listen to me. A failed animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal, I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself?
Example was your legacy. They would have wanted you to put your needs ahead of theirs.
Don't take this the wrong way. But you weren't raised by animancers. Their ambition destroyed our family. Now it falls to me to find meaning in my parents' sacrifice. And I don't know if I can. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else.
You think the people of Fiora are going to be alright?
Sending my people to Paradise is a bold move. Bold, but more importantly, unpredictable.
At least the region is more secure than Emerald Stair.
For now, the Steel Garrote will keep a watchful eye on my people. But we will do the same to them, from inside the Lion's Den. Meanwhile, the adherents will enjoy their false sense of security, for however long it lasts. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened, it means a lot.
I just want the Living Lions to know there's one decent adherent around.
In that case, let's go out there and make a good first impression. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Go on then. Well, my future is in shambles, and I have no idea what to do next. Oh, and my home is under attack by the acolytes of an insane witch god. Apart from that, fine. Truthfully, I'm a bit lost. Leaving Fior Messiverno was supposed to be liberating. We've seen and done incredible things, but I'm no closer to finishing my family's work.
Maybe I can help.
What I'm up against is much bigger than either of us. Through animancy, I can harness the wild essence of the living lands and put it to good use. But what if I tried, only to have it lash out and destroy me? I'd be no better off than my parents. The Dream Scourge is infecting our Adra, holding back my work. Until I understand it, until I can control it, I can't do anything. I'm useless. I'm nothing. Let's hope we live long enough to see this garden of yours. Quilici always told me to slow down, to stop and appreciate the land I'm trying so hard to fix. But how can I slow down when I only have one lifetime to get this right? I'll find answers in the garden, for better or worse. If I must.
Hey, about earlier. Sorry for going off like that. I haven't talked about Tom in a while. I haven't had much of a crew lately, and it's been easy to follow your lead. Seeing the choices you've made has put me at ease. Maybe a little too much.
Yeah, nothing to apologize for.
First time for everything, huh? Night, Envoy.
Envoy, it's clear that no matter what happened, these people couldn't stay in Fior. You did the right thing. I think they're better off in Paradise than struggling out there in Shatterscarp.
Paradise represents safety and security, something they desperately need.
Maybe they can't do animancy there, but they'll have walls, guards, a market, and all the Nimbus apples they can eat. It's taking away their tools and toys and replacing them with survival that's all but guaranteed. They might not see it that way, but it's for the best. Right, changing the subject. Fine. You've been patient enough, I suppose. Right. Solace isn't an easy place to live. The food is stale and meager. The water tastes like steel and old meat. Everyone knows everyone else. No privacy, no silence, no time to yourself.
So you left Solace for privacy?
I'm a wilderness expert. I can get privacy whenever I want it. Solace is a walled keep in the harshest region of the lands. Isolated is an understatement. Honestly, all of that was fine. But there was a peculiar kind of silence I didn't love.
You said there was no silence. They would keep the secrets?
You should be a sharpshooter. You keep hitting the target. I have only the faintest memories of my parents, which was fine. I had friends and mentors and trainers and elders. When I asked about my real parents, though, they just told me I was safe now, and that the Wardens were my family. I never knew if my parents were alive or dead. I like to assume that they had died fighting some giant monster in the Tusks, but no one would say. When I asked for more, they changed the subject, like I wasn't worthy of a backstory.
Everyone's worthy of knowing where they came from.
I mean, I know the important part. I'm from Solace, for whatever that's worth. My oldest memories are of Solace. My oldest friend is from there.
But you're missing out on family.
Maybe, maybe not. I've learned to stop worrying about it. Until next time.
Still don't want to talk about it.
Envoy?
Gods, I can't believe what's happening around here.
Fjord was attacked when we weren't looking. It's a miracle it's still there.
Not a miracle, we saved you.
Right. I guess we did. Wish we could have done more. At least that's one more town the Steel Growth failed to burn to the ground. That's something. Right. Changing the subject. If I must.
It's hard to imagine my people taking shelter in Paradise.
Paradise is big enough to get lost in. When you're starting over, sometimes you need that. Don't worry. They'll find their place there.
Maybe it is safer to remain lost.
moment of your time, if you please. From one Adiran to another.
Would be off licking their wounds.
What a colorful grasp of language you have. You interfered in our plans. Take it from me, Inquisitor Ludwig isn't at all pleased.
Neither am I.
In that case, maybe it's not too late to make amends. You lost the fight for Emerald Stair, and now you ask for peace? Don't make me laugh.
Hear me out. That's all I ask. Believe it or not, the Steel Garrote owe you an apology on behalf of Inquisitor Ludwig.
Bring us her severed head, and I'll consider it.
That temperament of yours is exactly the problem she's trying to solve. Our soldiers were poised to attack Fior Messiverno. If you had been made aware, you would not have interfered.
I still would have interfered.
Maybe I can convince you otherwise. You might not want to admit it, but Fior Messiverno is a settlement in decline. Weak government, chaotic farming, dangerous research. What exactly do you think you saved?
My home, which you have no right to condemn.
You've done nothing but condemn it. Shouting matches with the governor, open defiance.
I fight for my home because I cherish it, you shit-eating worm. Because I want us to survive.
Then I hope you enjoy the consequences of your actions. Fior Messiverno's reliance on animancy and stubborn individualism has done nothing but drag the living lands down with them.
I almost wanted to watch a settlement burn.
Any good farmer knows when to put down an injured animal. Look, I'm only telling you this because you deserve to know Ludwig's intentions for the living lands. If Heelgard cannot maintain a grip on the living lands, then the Steel Garrote will simply take it from him. You see, the Steel Garrote answer to the Burned Queen, not your floundering empire. And we will break from Adir, if that's what it takes.
The Emperor will heal you down.
And while he frets in the throne room, his puppy dog soldiers will chase their own tails. Inquisitor Ludwig sees something in you, envoy. She wants to cultivate your potential, as she did mine. You don't want to get between her and the fate of the living land, so let this serve as a warning. Our grasp on this island is going to tighten, even if it costs us allies along the way. Acceptable losses. What you do with this information is up to you, but don't get in our way a second time. It won't end well.
Ludwig and Steel Garrote are making a grave error.
Feel free to prove us wrong. The Steel Garrote love a challenge. Before I let you go, a little bird sang in my ear that you're going to Shatterscarp.
You don't have to answer that.
Of course, that would have been impossible with these meddlesome rangers in the way.
You didn't.
I took the liberty of removing them. It's a shame, really. Honorable folk to the last.
Again.
That's a matter of perspective. Ludwig is keeping her dark impulses in check. It could have been far, far messier. When you arrive in Shatterscarp, give this letter to Temerty. Compliments of the Inquisitor. No need to keep you any longer. Let's hope our next meeting is under more favorable circumstances. I won't hold my breath. Nor should you, if you insist on interfering with our work. Be seeing you, envoy. Sooner or later.
You've seen what happens when the Steel Garrote mess with Emerald Stair. I suggest you remember it.
Trust me, we will. Good luck with her, envoy. You're going to need it.
I didn't think it was possible to hate someone this much.
I'm sleeping with one eye open tonight.
Oh, I have 20 points. Um,
You came to Emerald Stair looking for answers. And now we're leaving with more questions. How do we fight the Dream Scourge? What can we do about Sapadal? And where is the garden? Not to mention why the Steel Garrote attacked my fucking home. Then we had better prepare to fight back. We were lucky this time. My people will be on high alert, but that doesn't mean we're safe. The Steel Garrote are hunting anyone who doesn't conform to their vision of the living lands. Our freedom is on the line.
So on top of the Dream Scourge rotting your fields and turning kith and beast alike into monsters, now we've got a Death Guard Inquisitor and the Steel Garrote dogging our steps. Do you think Ludwig will try something similar in Thirdborn?
find out Lewin, not even defeat with slow ambitions.
Then she better come prepared. Thirdborners are a rugged bunch, and they don't give ground. Lots of Rawatayans, scramble routes with no prospects back home, washouts from military or mercenary life, sailors in search of steady ground. Add to that a motley assortment of pirates, free spirits, and people who like living under the loosest grasp of the law, and you've got Thirdborn. But rumor has it something's amiss in Shatterscarp. Strange dreams, disappearances, people wandering into the desert and never returning, or coming back changed.
Changed?
Their bodies and minds twisted, corrupted. Some confused and disoriented, like Belena. Others violent, like Adelaro.
At least that tells us we're on the right track. This Dream Scourge is one of the weirdest things I've ever tried to hunt.
With any luck, we'll find a way to the garden.
Town full of survivors. Anyone who decides to stake out a life in Shatterscarp isn't someone you want to mess with. Good enough people, though. And generally less likely to rob you or bore you to sleep than other places we've been.
Everything we learned in Nakutadek points us to the garden. Thirdborn is just a stepping stone. We don't know anything about the garden. It could be a myth or a metaphor. Whatever the garden is or isn't, it's our only lead. We find the garden, we find the Dream Scourge. Yardsley is a master of the unknown and the unknowable. No mystery eludes her for long. If there is a path to the garden, Yardsley can lead us to it. I'd follow her anywhere.
Or maybe that god poking around your soul could give us directions.
Ask for directions. Why didn't I think of that? Kai, that's brilliant. Whatever Sapadal tells us will be filtered through a lot of metaphysical noise, but it couldn't hurt to try.
Let's do it.
This is so exciting. Sapadal, It's Giada. Giada Castel. If you're listening, could you please tell us more about the garden?
Castel. Castel. Why does this name sing to us? A voice through murky water. The garden stifles the notes. We cannot reach. The branches bind.
Did you get anything?
Must have definitely trapped in the garden. For a moment it seemed like Sappadala recognized you.
What? No. They must have confused me with someone else. Clearly your link to Sappadal isn't as strong as it was in Naku Tadek. But I'll take it over nothing.
I'll pass. I've heard too many ghost stories that start this way.
Right. If I wanted to waste time, that's what I carry a flute for.
Just me then. Really? No one else has a question for the god of the living lands? Fascinating.
So let me see if I got this straight. We're looking for the garden, which might not exist. Our best lead is Yatsley, an eccentric scholar who's gone ahead to Thirdborn, where the Dream Scourge may be ravaging.
Don't look at me. I was fine going back to Paradise. Stop. You're aggravating my ulcer.
Listen, I hate to ask this, but while we're in Shatterscarp, there's something I need to do. Something I owe Tama. There's an old battlefield near some Pogrunan ruins. Area called the Shark's Teeth. Tama lost his badge there. I need to get it.
Okay.
Thanks.
Takes courage to go back for something you lost. I wouldn't have it in me.
Get some rest. Sleep is good for the soul. I wanted to say, for all of its imperfections, Fiormis Iverno deserves a second chance. Thanks to you, it has one. I won't forget it. No need to question it anymore. They've made their intentions clear. Just to be safe, we should remain vigilant. Sleep in shifts. Look after each other. Rest while you can. Our enemies are organized, but so are we.
Let's get some rest. We have a long day ahead of us.
You smell death here.
Listen to me. Look here. Can you focus on my voice? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm just dizzy.
That last fight gouged the whole of our ranks. How many did you lose?
Too many. Not even counting the ones we had to put down because they turned into dream. Another Adiran, Kutabao.
Hold on. This isn't one of mine. Or Ludwig's. You must be the envoy Hilgard told me about.
Well, you picked a damn fine time to show up.
It's not a fight in my lifetime, but there was a battle here. One you nearly lost.
It was a bloodbath. Dream Thralls ambushed us an hour ago. We're still counting the dead.
Our dead, to be precise.
We lost soldiers too, protecting your people.
Yes. How heroic. Protecting Kit from Adiran dream thralls.
No, but most are. Our troops haven't been spared. More are falling ill.
In all their military might, your Adiran comrades decided to go wandering through the desert, despite my advice. And now we're all paying for their idiocy. Thirdborners and Adirans alike.
We've since pulled back to Eagle's Reach until more reinforcements arrive to contain the Dream Thralls. Whatever your intentions here, boy, it's not worth it. Better to go back to Paradise where it's safe. Gods, a letter from Inquisitor Ludwig. That can't be good.
Kutabao. If that bitch thinks she can threaten our leader, she'll be sorely mistaken.
That's what I like to avoid. I'm here to cut her off.
I hope you're right, Envoy. Else we'll all be in a load of shit.
Something's off. The Thirdborn I remember had more backbone than this.
Look, Envoy. Kith aren't too keen on adherents at the moment. Rumor of what happened in Fjord is already starting to spread. Just watch your back, all right?
I'll keep that in mind.
Good luck, Envoy. Gods protect you.
They're not fighting over territory, they're fighting over who's suffered the most. We live in unusual times.
We have enough supplies, but not enough kit.
Move along, Envoy.
At least the shack's still smouldering. Many of our people set there by their own will.
Camp down there.
Fools. Well, we'll warn them not to set in the goddamn desert. Sure, capitalism is a broken
The stench.
I'll never leave out here again.
We'll be counting the dream rolls for a while yet. At least 30 or more.
Thirdborners have been on edge ever since. Ah, welcome to the shit, Envoy. Sorry for the mess, but it can't be helped. Not when a fucking horde of dream thralls screams up the path. At least they're not coming out of the fucking rock like they did in the mines. Oh, dream thrall spiders.
Nothing is spared this plague. Neither the land, nor the creatures who inhabit it.
Aye, a living nightmare. They swarmed just like that. These dream scourge people don't eat their kill.
The spiders, all you have to do is step on them. Where are these mines?
Follow the path down. You'll see the elevator. It's broken now, but the mines are just on the cliff above.
I used to hear stories about cave-ins up there. Watch your step.
If you hit the Leviathan skull when you're up there, you've gone too far. You'll know it when you see it. The powers that be decided we'd help Thirdborn reopen an old, abandoned sulfur mine. Help arm Thirdborn against the Dream Scourge, you see. Make friends. But it's not my place to talk about any of it.
Must stop by his mother to take care of
If
it
it
for
please
himself.
you, sounds like they need all the help they can get.
Clearing out dream scourged spiders. Sounds like honest work to me.
Darren! Please. We need help.
Her parents, they...
We were out finding food, but when we came back, they'd changed.
they attacked us. Tried to rip us apart.
Did you say your parents changed? Oh no.
We locked them inside the house, but we don't know what to do.
With your stimulus, I know the look. We cannot spell it.
No, you can't kill them.
Tamamu, the Adiran is right. They're in our home by the cliff face.
No. Mother. Father.
Please, try to make it fast. And let us know when it's over. We'll need to do the last rites.
Let us know when it's over. Gods, what a thing to say about one's family.
Eye sharp. Dream thralls ahead.
A branch breaks. They're coming.
Stragglers from Eagle's Reach. They weren't ready for this. We make a good squad. Hard to believe it's been 6 years since I saw this place.
This place was bad enough before the Dream Scourge. Now it's downright hazardous.
I believe it can.
I remember what it was like to be blindly optimistic. I envy you. This used to be a fertile land, with lakes, forests, all of that. Then everything suddenly changed several hundred years ago. Now it's blasted deserts and dried up seas. Anything that lives here is simply stubborn enough not to die.
That's the most apt description of Thirdborn I've ever heard.
I think I'll be able to handle it.
Maybe you will, but what about poor Kai? Huh? What about him? Just keep your head and you'll be fine. Let me look out for the others. What do you need? Not before I've done some reading.
I don't leave Emerald Stair often enough. With everything going on, there's been no time to explore. Finally, I had a moment to myself, and look what happened. The Steel Garrote invaded the living lands. Sorry. I'm in a mood, if you couldn't tell.
Want to talk about it?
Only if you can stand the ramblings of a depressed bookworm. I used to think I had it all figured out. The living lands proved me wrong in so many ways. This entire island is the prison of a mad god. How is one Animancer supposed to compete with that?
Also, I'm an envoy, a mercenary, and a tracker.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. Maybe I'm being melodramatic, or maybe I'm not used to seeing things clearly. But what if Animancy has no future in the living lands? What if my entire career was a mistake?
Have a little faith in yourself. You chose this path for a reason.
Did I? After what happened to my parents, I always thought the path chose me. You're a good listener as always, but I've taken enough of your time. I'll be fine, really. I'm not the first Animancer to question her life choices, and I won't be the last. Not before I've done some reading. It's getting late. I should be asleep by now, but as usual, I can't silence my thoughts. Just wake me up when the fighting starts, or if you talk to someone interesting, whichever comes first.
Desert of Dream Scrolls. How long till they fix this godforsaken platform? Get them to fix the damned lift, won't you?
It will be better for all of us if we fix the lift.
Damn. Come on, I know you can jump up there. Come on. No. I thought I could get up a different way. For some reason, wouldn't let me climb up it. Guess we have to find another way in.
The living land suffer. That's done? Who's hungry? Killing them. But what choice do we have?
We've got to put a stop to this thing, Envoy.
Them
Whoa.
Are they? Did you?
Are they dead?
Yes, I'm sorry. We made it as painless as possible.
That is a salve. Thank you. All of you.
The grief you're feeling now, it doesn't go away, but you learn to live with it. Eventually, you befriend it. Trust me.
Let's go, Nameo. We need to be with them now.
They'll be all right. Eventually.
You take lead.
Take your pick. That's one for us.
The branch breaks. Fear in the eyes!
You're mine now. One for you.
Hey, stay back. This is our rock. You want a vantage point? Find something else.
I don't know any of.
You might not, but I don't know if you have the plague. Helak hasn't steered us wrong before. He said we'll be safe as long as we're here. So we're staying until the plague ends, or until Helak tells us to leave.
I think the dream skirts work like that.
You think? But you don't know, do you? Go away. For all I know, you're a new type of dream thrall come to lure us down. I wish Helak was here.
I feel a lot stuck in this Helak's word.
That's because he's a goddamn hero.
Who is this Helak and who you keep looking?
He's the one who's been keeping us safe. Helak said to wait here until he gets back. He went off to look at that rock formation near the burned settlement. Helak said there could be an even more defensible position, but he hasn't returned.
I don't know if he's coming back.
Helak's never lied to us. He said he'll come back, so I trust that he will. And we're gonna stay here until he does.
closer.
So I'm going off to that rock formation then.
I explored these caves years ago. I had no idea they went so deep. Is it just me, or does it feel like we're being watched? Bet that was part of something once.
This is unsettling.
Did you see the 100 visions too? Were you also called by he who sees and isn't seen?
What are you talking about?
I am speaking of Wow, the obscured, god of illusions and revelations, futures and falsehoods. They often talk in riddles, and those of us who are faithful to them spend a lot of time interpreting them. Does your god ever toy with you? Mine taunts their chosen with nonsense.
What is this place?
A shrine, one of a great many. Each god has several of their own. I had a dream a few weeks ago of Wow. Some say you can hear the gods whispering in these totems. I've tried. It hasn't worked. It's a wonder any of us are still sane, really, between our gods and this plague.
Actually, I like that totem piece if you're not using it.
And I'd be happy to give it to you, as long as you humor my request.
Alright, I'll indulge you.
Ah, that's perfect. Here comes my request. Tell me if you feel like you're in control still. That's all I want. Tell me if you possess autonomy and choice.
What? Yes.
Truly. I suppose as long as your purpose is aligned, it'll all be fine. Normally I wouldn't mind passing time, trading nonsense, but I've things to do here. So, take this and go. You'll be fine. Just try not to think too much of your place in the world.
I'll wager those artifacts you found fit together somehow. Let's have a closer look at camp.
Oh.
You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
Disturbs us. Show me what you got. One for you.
I didn't even mean to find them.
What? You again? I told you to go away.
You should really leave.
And go where? There are dream thralls everywhere. We'll leave if and only if Helak says so. Now go away.
You're going to die out here.
And you're gonna die down there? You lost. Yeah.
I was told we weren't going to see anyone else up here. Why are you here?
Helak, no. Find this. No, that I'll continue to look for a safe place for us. Only death will keep me from my task. I, Helak, have made a promise to you, the people.
That corpse, I assume, is Helak. No surprises there.
Time to go tell those people.
What?
Helak's dead.
What? He's dead? I don't believe you. Wait. That's his handwriting. Damn it. We need to go. I'm not sure where yet, but somewhere. We're gonna have to carry all this equipment down, but you can help yourself to whatever's in the chest.
This is big.
I was worried for a second.
Yeah.
was obvious.
But we're gonna have to get in there, aren't we? In my haste to clear the way of arachnids, which I inhabited our study,
That doesn't bode well. We should find the key in the laboratory.
the laboratory house is locked. Search the sediment to find the key. Hang on, guys, just to go to the toilet. Looks like it's gonna be a wet, a real wet Grand Prix. Real wet.
Another glorious battle.
Where's this key?
waiting, Kai. Messy equipment, contaminated samples. This is no lab.
Upon what mineral, perhaps unique properties.
Right. Who's going first? There are worse things to find at the bottom of the well.
You hear that? Someone is in terrible pain.
Just like the good old days.
Protect the envoy.
Lead the way.
Dream thralls. Now I'm worried about who's locked them up.
Innumerable blossoms, each with its own cry, crying through me.
I am trapped. Branches and bunches of branches, unbreakable.
Lost the cave zone, finds reached canopy sky, cave gone, cannot wheel the back.
made an oath.
We can do nothing for them.
We're damned.
Who are you? What do you want from us? Gods take me. You're a real person, not a dream thrall.
That's a fallacy. Dream thralls are derived from real people, you idiot.
Ignore them. Are you the envoy, by any chance? We've heard rumors of your coming.
Depends on who's asking.
We're asking you, clearly.
We're naturalists who created a small settlement here after Adir ordered us to study the crystal spiders of the living lands.
We should have fled. The local adherents warned us this venture was doomed, but we ignored them. Then, some of our people became afflicted.
We sequestered the infected away. But one of them turned in the night, causing a fire that swept through the area. We came to this cave, saving who and what we could with Captain Wingar's help. But he said we needed to kill our affected companions. The Steel Garrote is very clear about whether dream thralls can be permitted to live.
That's why you are being dreamed for.
Gods, I wish we never had.
We originally came here to study the spiders, but when our colleagues turned, we had no choice but to take on a new field of research.
We thought we could save them.
You want to say the dream thralls?
It was certainly the desired outcome, but given what we've seen of the plague, we may have to kill them instead.
How can you speak so clinically? My brother, your husband, is one of them.
I'm a pragmatist. We need your help, Envoy.
What can I do?
Kill the dream thralls for us. That way Wingar will have no reason to turn us away.
Are you a fool? The Steel Garrote won't care. They'll kill us if they know we're alive.
Not if the Envoy euthanizes the dream thralls for us.
You're joking. Those are our friends, your husband, and my brother. No, just ask Wingar for provisions. We only need supplies. I know he has provided for us before, but we need more. We're too hungry to think straight. Once we have the right provisions, we can decide what to do next.
Got it. I'll kill it.
I have one. There's no hope for us, after all. You could kill us. Let's be realistic. We're damned either way. Might as well end it cleanly.
What are you talking about, you lunatic?
Even if the Envoy got Wingar to protect us, there's no guarantee his words will mean anything to the Steel Garrote. They might still decide we're infected. Worse, they might decide we're trying to infect other adherents.
Then we'll just take the provisions
And what? They'll still run out. We're going to die. It's just a matter of whether it's by starvation or the Steel Garrote's hand. No. Better we just end it here. Envoy, put us out of our misery.
She doesn't speak for us. Kill her if you must, but the rest of us will leave this cave and never look back.
Do I give them the provisions? Secure, you get 900 gold and experience to count degrees. Hmm. Sorry guys, just want to look this up. Hmm. Gotta kill the Rainton.
Please, think about this. My brother is one of...
Better they die than us, you imbecile.
Oh, shut up. You're a cold-hearted monster. I don't know what my brother ever saw in you.
Until then, rest
Well, it is done. This miserable chapter is over. Halfor would have preferred we made a breakthrough in our studies. But at least he's at peace.
I envy his peace. The steel garrote will hunt us forever.
If we had better provisions, we'd at least be able to hide out here until the Inquisitor's attention wanders.
No, just put us out of our misery.
She doesn't speak for us, Envoy. Kill her if you must.
You've doomed us, Envoy. He'll just tell the steel garrote, and they'll flay us.
You whine too much. We'll go to Eagle's Reach. Hopefully we won't prove our friend here right.
We owe it to my brother to do something with our lives, I suppose. Can't conduct our studies if we're dead.
I used to love stargazing up here. Camp on one of these buttes, and you've got a defensible position.
Watch out! Reinforcements!
Well guys, I think that's where I'm gonna end the stream for today. I want to thank anyone who's joined in. Be sure to leave a follow if you're watching the VOD. Be sure to check out these VODs on my YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every follow and every subscription is very appreciated as we continue the path to affiliate. I want to thank you all for joining in. But until next time, guys, I'm Kyle Tander, and I'll catch you later.